Hello, my name is Hannah Casey, and the book I chose to review for book review number 1 is The Boys of 67, Charlie Company's War in Vietnam by Andrew Weist, and it was published in 2012. Here's a picture of the cover of The Boys of 67. This book introduces the reader to the men that made up Charlie Company and their experiences. Most of these men were drafted into service, but there were a few who did enlist. This book highlights the diversity of the members of Charlie Company, but it also shows that they became like family and all brothers to each other. This book gives an overview of the men before they were drafted, and it tells of their life and the things that they left behind when they joined the war. It then tells of their very fast-paced training and all of the grueling things that they went through. The book continues with details from their time in the Vietnam War and their extremely difficult homecoming. I did read this entire book, cover to cover, and every word on every page. My favorite part about this book was reading about their lives before Vietnam. It made me feel a connection to their stories as I continued reading. Several of the stories that were given talked about their families that they were leaving behind, from their mothers, fathers, brothers, and sisters. Some of these men were even married or engaged, and some of these men had expecting wives when they went to join the war. Having these connections really made me want to read more and find out if they made it home to their families. One thing that I did find interesting in the book was about their homecomings. I'd always heard that they were not treated that well when they came home, and they were treated very poorly. But some of the stories that I read in this book really surprised me. I had no idea the things that they went through coming home from the war. And that was really shocking to me. I did really enjoy this book and would recommend it. I thought that it was a pretty easy read, and it was a good book that many people would enjoy, especially because of reading the actual personable stories of these men and things that they went through. I would tie this book in to a lesson plan for 6th graders on the Vietnam War. I think that it is important for students to make connections and understanding that these were real men. And I would also use a learning lab in my lesson plan that has a collection of videos, photographs, and posters from the Vietnam War. Students would use this information to answer the question, was the Vietnam War justified?